Japanese women are very feminine. They're very demure. They're very modest. They're not combative. They're not trashy. They're not outspoken and loud and obnoxious. They are very honorable women in the sense that they don't just do something and think like, oh, what is this effect going to have on me? They think, oh, what is this going to make my dad look like? What is this going to make my mom look like? What is this going to make my grandma look like? So and that's a really good girl to have around, a woman that considers what her actions are going to affect not only her, but everybody around her.
Yo, what's up guys? Back again with another video for the Passport Bros. First and foremost, please hit that like, comment, subscribe button. It helps the channel a lot and I appreciate it dearly. Now today we got this video from this man speaking on Japanese women and basically saying everything that I've been saying about Japanese women and women and these foreign women overseas, traditional women in particular, that the way they grow up is one of discipline. They're instilled into them from a very young age to be humble, to be disciplined, to have shame, to have humility, and to take into account the perspectives of your family. These women, Japanese women in particular, the way they grow up, they're raised to always remember that, okay, you are a representation of your family. You are a representation of your father, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, the family name. You're not just an individual yourself. You are carrying a family name. So with that being said, you have to be very careful what type of situations you get yourself into, or anything you do that might bring a bad light to the family name. And that is something that everybody should grow up with. Everybody should grow up with those types of values and morals, because it just helps you to better, find the right path. It just better helps you to know that, okay, I'm representing other people. I can't just be out here, acting anyhow and presenting myself in any way. So you're gonna think twice before you do certain things. You're gonna think twice before you say certain things. You're gonna think twice before you present yourself in certain ways. And I think that's how everybody should grow up, and those are the type of principles that everybody should display, because it's only gonna help you further decipher the bad path from the right path. And this is the type of way that these foreign women, these traditional women, specifically Japanese women, grow up. And that's the reason why Passport Bros would rather go and interact and rather date Japanese women or foreign women who are more traditional. Because if you're in a relationship with a woman and she's behaving in a certain way, or she's doing certain things that might put you in a certain light, might bring shame or embarrassment to your name, that's going to affect you. It's going to affect not only her, but it's also going to affect you as the man. If you're, in a relationship with this woman, if she's your wife, that's going to be an embarrassment on you. If she has a father, that's going to be an embarrassment on her father. If she has a mother, that's going to be an embarrassment on her mother. One thing in particular that I want to bring up as an example is only wins, that these women love to parade around these days as if it's something great, when in reality they don't take into account how them having an account and then advertising themselves on these platforms, it's not only affecting you and your image, but it's also affecting your father, your family, your future to be husband, if you even can get one after this escapades. And this is something that Western women a lot of times don't really take into account, how your image is going to affect other people other than yourself. It's not just about you. You have to have perspective, and you have to be able to see things from other people's point of view in order to better understand why something might or may not be a good idea. But that's something that a lot of times these Western women here in the West don't really take into account. And that's the reason why we have, so many women shaming, blaming, hating on the Passport Bros. And they're putting themselves in a negative light. They don't even realize what you say and what you do is a reflection of your family. So it's like you're shaming and blaming. It's like you're making yourself look bad, You're also making your fellow women look bad. You're making your family look bad. You're making anybody that's associated with you look bad. So then people can go to them and be like, hey, this is your sister? This your wife? This your auntie? This your daughter? Talking like this on TikTok? Hold on. This is what you allow? This is how you operate? It's an embarrassment. It's shameful. Nobody wants to be around somebody that's going to bring shame to their name. Whether man or woman, it doesn't matter. Nobody wants to be with somebody that's going to bring shame and embarrassment into their life, because that's pressure on top of the pressure that you already have, just, trying to live a good life already as it is. And now you have someone that's out here acting anyway, talking anyhow, behaving anyhow, presenting themselves in any way anyhow, because they don't care, or they have a lack of awareness of how them presenting themselves in a certain way can affect other people. And this is the reason why I say passport bros are way more interested in traditional women, because it's just a lot less of a headache. Dealing with them in a relationship, and then in the future as well, it's a lot less stress, a lot less looking over your shoulder, having to monitor your wife, monitor your woman, make sure she's not out here embarrassing you, putting you putting herself in a negative light, which will directly be tied to you as the man, as the husband, as the provider, as the protector. If she dresses a certain way, if she's talking a certain way, if she's presenting herself in any other way other than what is the way in which she should present herself as a wife, as a mother, then it's going to negatively affect you. This can harm business deals. This can make men lose respect for you. And then you yourself, knowing that you have women, a wife or the mother of your children acting out anyway, is going to make you feel like, wow, like she doesn't even respect me enough to not, present herself in certain ways. It's just going to be a never-ending cycle of just stress, pressure, and frustration. And why would somebody want to willingly and voluntarily be with somebody like that? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And that's the reason why passport bros are more interested in dating traditional women, because it's just less risk for embarrassment. No man wants to be with a woman who's going to potentially embarrass him. If you're acting anyhow, saying anything, doing anything, you are a risk for embarrassment. You are a liability. But that's not just for women, or that's people in general. That's for men and women. Men have to know how to conduct themselves. Men have to know how to behave. Men have to know what to say, when to say it, and what not to say. But for the most part, I see men, doing the best that they can do to try to do that. I see men, for the most part, trying to improve themselves so they can better discipline themselves, so they aren't out here embarrassing themselves. A lot of times when we see people out here embarrassing themselves and exposing themselves in certain ways that are not necessarily positive, a lot of times it is the women. We have to be completely honest. They're the ones usually that are exposing themselves in certain ways that can be embarrassing to the people who are they're associated with, their family, their brother, their mother, their father, their husband, their son. It's embarrassing, and it takes a toll on the relationships that you have with these people. And that's the reason why men would rather go and interact with women overseas who are more traditional, because it's just a less headache, less risk of a headache. So I'm going to continue to tell you guys, please get your passports. Get your passports. They will shame, they will blame, but they cannot contain. Why? Because we will let our passports reign. Don't walk, run. Don't run, fly. Don't fly, teleport. Get your passport. Get your passport. Passport bros, we up. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you, guys.